live. I'm just trying to use YouTube. They keep pushing us to do these vertical streams. I don't know how to do them both. There's no instructions on any of the stuff, but we're gonna give it a try. And if anybody shows up to watch this, because YouTube totally pushed it to tomorrow and screwed up the whole thing. Anyway, technology, you love it and hate it. Anyway, if we get people in here, we'll do these today. If not, I'll just share some information with you guys on the markets, and we'll go from there. I only have a little bit of time to deal with it today anyway. So a welcome. All right, we're going to talk about news today. So number one, we're going to talk about gold. 2, we're going to talk about silver. 3, we're going to talk about platinum. I don't have any platinum on here. It's in the safe. And then 4, we're going to talk about these vault boxes. Is it a good idea to buy them? How much do they cost? Can you flip them? Can you sell them? What happens if you wait too long to sell them, like I have? And what are they worth? And one of the fun things we're going to look at is they have different weights. Okay. So these guys have got different weights here. We don't know what's in them, but one is heavier than the other. So we're going to see about those. I'm going to show you guys what these are going for on eBay too. And if we get enough people in here, we'll have some fun opening both these guys up today. All right, so I don't know how to show other screens on this. It looks like I can do some polls. And that might be about it. Oh, that turns off my camera. Let's not do that one. Let's see. That's a highlight. Retouch, we don't want that. Okay, we're gonna go with this. So you guys let me know down in the comments down below, hit the thumbs up and the subscribe if you guys haven't done it yet. I'm about, I think 7 people away from hitting 12,000. So hopefully we can hit that before the weekend. All right, let's get started. Let's talk about gold a little bit. So we've been seeing gold basically in a holding pattern. It hasn't done a whole lot. We haven't seen it move very far. It has come up a little bit from where it went down to a bottom. And, it's going back down today. One of the reasons is you've got the banks are shorting, and they have a bunch of their options that are due today by the end of the day, which has already happened. And so they need to go and short gold and silver pretty heavily. But I do want to talk about these a little bit too. So goldbacks, I've got people that come on and have hate for these things. And it's really funny because you don't have to buy them. I don't know why you would hate them. It's just a very thin piece of 24 karat gold. This is a 1/1000th of a troy ounce. Okay, so it's a very little bit of gold. But they carry an exchange rate. If you go to a store that takes these, okay, and they're part of the goldback program, they have to give you the fair market price for it, which is $6.80. Okay. And if you bought these things like I did when they were about $3, you've already doubled your value in these. It has a 1 on it because it stands for their one denomination. It does not mean it's $1. These are worth about $6.80 today, and they'll be worth about $7 here in another month or two. The price keeps going up on them. They're pretty cool. There's a lot of artwork on them. They have a different state for each of the different goldback series, and these are states that are recognizing them as legal tender. There's an app you can go to. You can see what stores have them, which stores are covering them or carrying them. You can buy them at coin shops. You can buy them from online bullion dealers, but the best place to buy it is from Alpine Gold Exchange. They're the ones that, I don't know if they have ownership in goldback, but they're at least the company that's responsible for distributing these things out. So I don't get paid anything from these guys, okay? I did answer someone last night that was accusing me of getting paid, which isn't a problem. I would love to get paid by these guys. My channel is way too small. They won't sponsor a small channel. They think only big channels are going to be influential, which I think they're totally wrong about, because my #1 search term that brings people to my channel is goldback. So that's kind of interesting. I got to talk to them about that. But anyway, I have no problem with these. You are paying about 105% premium on them. It's a high premium. But if you're buying these to stack for weight, then you don't know what these are and you're buying them wrong. You don't buy these to stack them. You buy these to put into like a go bag. Look how thin these are, and they don't weigh very much. And it's like $6, right? Almost $7. These are great for go bags. You can put them in your car in between your like instruction manual and the glove box. No one's gonna look in there. And they're not gonna fill it if they ever picked it up. You can put it in a couple different pages there. You can have these things hidden around your house. They're great for tipping, and you can use them. And by the way, when you're tipping, tip them as if these are $6.80. That's what you're giving the person, right? I always ask them first, would you rather have, $6.80 cash, or would you rather have $6.80 in one of these? And half the time they take these. If you can use these out where you're at, then I would do that. Now, in California, I thought, hey, no one would take these, so, what do I do with them all? I looked up on the app, and there's stores all over the place in Southern California that take these. I'd always call ahead of time and see what you can do with it, but if they're signed up on and showing up on the app, then they should be giving you $6.80 for it. So what that means is you should not be paying much more than $6.80 for these things. If you go online and a bullion store is charging you like $7.50 for these, then go to Alpine Gold Exchange. So don't overpay for them. And if you think you can't use these and you go take them to a local coin shop and they tell you that, hey, I'm only gonna give you $5 for it, well, don't do that. Don't sell it that way. Take them to a store that takes them. And if that's not what you're planning on doing, then don't buy them. Like these aren't meant to be stacked, just hidden away. Now, I will be doing a video soon on how to make money from these. There is a way to earn a 3% yield on goldbacks, okay? So we're gonna talk about that in a future video, and I wanna show you guys how to do that. I am doing it, and I'm earning goldbacks, a couple goldbacks every month, which is pretty cool. All right, so that's goldbacks. I just wanted to hit on the gold. Where do I see gold going right now? I still think we're gonna see, I still think we're gonna see $4,000 gold this year. I don't think it's crazy. I think it's right around the corner. And so I'm still holding gold. Now, everybody right now seems to be freaking out that they need to hurry and sell their gold for silver. I'm not gonna do that with all my gold because my gold is my wealth insurance. Silver is not. This stuff right here, this silver, so this is a bunch of silver dimes. Let's see, what do we got in here? So look at these silver dimes. Silver is a crazy beast of a metal because it, look at these. These are barbers, guys. So the problem with silver is it just fluctuates so much. It's the most undervalued. Same with platinum's pretty darn undervalued, and manipulated metal out there. And so one of the problems you're gonna run into with silver is you're fighting the bullion banks. As long as those bullion banks have money to short you, they're going to wreck you every time. So we're not gonna have a silver squeeze, guys, until the bullion banks can no longer short it. And when will they stop shorting it? Probably when they go bankrupt. And that could happen, but it might not happen. If interest rates get lowered pretty soon, they'll be okay, and they'll be able to continue to short this stuff. If interest rates stay where they're at or they go up, we could have a short on silver. Now, I'm buying more silver than I am gold right now because silver's trading at a gold to silver ratio. I think right now it's about 93, but it's been up at around 100. Anything over 80 is more favorable for silver. Also, gold's just getting super expensive. And like I said, if you're buying like a gold back, to buy gold at this fractional denomination is very expensive, especially in this form. There's added cost that it takes to make these things. There's always a premium. You're not just getting like a nugget out of the ground, right? And 1 ounce gold is getting too expensive for me to go pick up a bunch of 1 ounce gold coins. And so I'm looking at more fractional. And by the time you do the math on it, silver starts looking pretty good. So I've been picking up more silver. I've been picking up these dimes, which is pretty good. These were just in a bigger bag. So I don't normally go for these kinds of dimes, these barbers. They are cool to have a few, but as you can tell, look at how worn that is. There is not a lot of silver left in this coin. A lot of it is gone. It's almost a slick. So you gotta be careful with those. All right, so hit the thumbs up. We're gonna open up one of these guys right now and kind of take a look at it. Before we do that, I want to show you guys, how these vault boxes work. And let me just pull up my website, and I guess I'll have to just move the camera to show you the website, which is kind of crazy. But there's no way for me to do that on this phone. And YouTube's heavily promoting this format, this vertical format. They don't want us doing live streams in the other way. So I thought I'd give it at least a try for this, and maybe it was the wrong choice, but we'll give it a try here. All right, so I'm going to eBay right now. I'm going to put in Vault Box 8. All right. And I'm going to show you guys a few things here on my computer. All right, so you can see 2 Vault Box 8s, right? Okay. So we're going to move it over here to, we're going to have to go low tech on another screen. Whatever, YouTube. You'd think Google has the money to make this better. So these are red core coins that have been pulled out. Okay, so if there's a red core in my stuff, it could be worth $850, $725. You could have a few more things in there too. So looks like we're up to Vault Box 10 already. And this person's asking for some stupid, crazy amount of money. Don't pay that. The price starts to go down on the ones that are not opened, that are older. So this one's older than mine. And the reason for that is on the back of these, you will see that these are the red core coins you're looking for. And as people get by these and start opening them, they start finding all of these. And once all of these are discovered, the really crazy values of these go away, right? Because those coins were discovered. So if you're looking at like this X one, it must have just come out. I don't know. I haven't bought these again. I just bought them once and wanted to try it out. I don't recommend buying them. If you are going to try to sell them, it's best to try to sell them really fast. So I forget exactly, but let's look it up. I think they're around like $450 to buy them. And then I believe there's a way to search on their site here to see how much yours is worth. And we'll get to comments in just a second, guys. So you could have like a gold nugget in this one for the 10th one. And they sell out super fast. So that's interesting. They're going with nuggets this round. Okay, that's kind of cool. Let's learn a little bit more about this. So these are things that I recommend being very careful about because you're not going to be getting weight for it. This is gambling to a degree because you may end up getting something worth less than what you paid for, but it's not complete gambling. You get something for it. Okay, so it's maybe a little bit more like, entering a competition where there's a prize for everybody that enters, something more like that. But there's these chase hits that you're looking for. Yeah, so you can only see part of the screen. And then they've got all these different coins that are people looking to go after. So what I wanted to see is if there's a place in here, you guys might know too. Coin lookup. All right, so we're gonna open this because I don't wanna have it sit there and try to sell it forever. Plus I think they have found a couple of the good ones. We might as well have the excitement of opening it since it was an experiment in the first place. And I hate cookies, guys, even as a marketing guy. Do not track me all over the web. Okay. Whatever. Let's go back here. All right. All right, so we're gonna go back over here. Hopefully that didn't make you guys too sick. I think I did that too fast. All right, so we're gonna check this out. All right, let's see. No volume. Can you guys really not hear me? Put a 1 in if you can hear me. Put a 1 if you can hear my ears. If you can hear me, put a 1 in. If not, put a 2. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so Joey Brown, these have 105% premium, okay? So that's basically doubling the price of gold. You don't buy these based on the price. You buy them on the utility, the function of them. If you're buying them on the price, they make no sense, okay? That's not what they're for. These are for people that are libertarians. These are people that are conservative, that actually care about sound money, that want to see real money being used in the United States again. That's what this thing's about. If you're looking to just make a bunch of money, or you're looking to just stack weight, this isn't for you. This is for people that want to make a stand and start getting money, gold and silver used again to buy things. That's what this is. Too many people look at the price and they freak out. If you're worried about the price, that's not your thing. So just as an example, I only have 100 of these, and I use them as giveaways. It's a lot easier to put this in an envelope than it is to put a bunch of dimes that get ripped in an envelope. They're also great to use for tipping. Okay, you guys can hear, okay, good. All right, we're gonna do a quick poll here. And here we go. All right, so I'm typing out a poll. We're gonna try this. All right, here we go. So you guys take a look at that poll. Hopefully this works. It's the first time doing a poll. But let's talk about silver. So I do think silver is a great investment right now. And normally I don't talk about investing in precious metals. I talk about stacking them, and that they are good savings. You know, for me, gold, and I don't mean goldbacks, I just mean gold, is my wealth insurance. I like to have 1 ounce of gold for every $50,000 of net worth I have, okay? Silver is a different game. I first started off with 100 ounces of junk silver, or constitutional silver, per person in my family, and then I moved to $200 face, I shouldn't say ounces, $200 face, and I keep accumulating, so it's going higher now. I also have a lot of other silver too, but to me, silver, especially constitutional silver, is barter money. This is how you get chicken eggs. This is how you get a chicken. This is how you get other food. If we get into a situation where the US dollar completely goes kaput on us, or we get in a situation with EMPs or coronal mass ejections from the sun, you know, big solar flares that take out electricity, and we have chaos for a while, or a war or something along those lines, you can use silver. Now, paper money, I don't think I have any paper money with me. The paper money here, this kind of money, okay, not silver certificates, but just regular $1 bills and everything, is the first thing you're gonna use, okay? And also emergency preparedness food and stuff like that. But once you go through that, or people don't want it anymore, they're gonna want silver. So that's primarily what I do with silver. The second thing I do is speculate with it. I do believe silver is very, very undervalued in that it's gonna go up in value. I fully expect to see a $40 silver this year. I don't think we're that far away from $100 silver. And so when that $100 silver comes, you're going to be really happy you have silver. Now, with any of that, I can't give you guys financial advice. I don't have all those fancy degrees. I do have college degrees. I just don't have the finance certificates. But I wouldn't buy this just to speculate, okay? It's just like I would not buy goldbacks just because you think they look cool, all right? Maybe you buy 1 or 2, but I wouldn't go buy a bunch of these because you have a friend that likes them or whatever. You want to buy the silver for a specific reason. And when you are looking to speculate on silver, it's really important to have a long time horizon. We're looking at a 45-year cup and handle. It's only gone up to basically 50 twice in 45 years. So for it to go above that, something has to change drastically. And you might say, well, inflation's happened. Well, okay, maybe you could use that as an argument, but they're going to keep shorting this stuff as long as they can, and that's the issue. All right, let's see. I got 10 votes on the poll, so let's open this thing up. Yeah, I like, if I had a store and I could take payment for things, I would do this kind of stuff and just have people bring it in. Get rid of the fiat dollars. Okay, we're going to end the poll now. Let's see which one we're going to open. All right, we're going to open the left one, this guy right here, okay? All right, so let's put these dimes back in here. Now, one thing I want to point out is I have a lot of dimes. I don't know how many dimes do I have. I probably have 3,000, 4,000 dimes. I don't know. Lots of dimes. And this is all that came up with barbers. Okay, just this little bit. So, don't freak out if you buy a bag of dimes and you end up with a few that are worn. It's kind of fun to have a little bit of history with you too. All right, we're gonna open this guy right here. So this one is a little lighter than the other one, so might be more silver. Let's take a look at it. I just thought it'd be fun to at least check this out. All right. Here we go. So this is the stuff we're looking for. I don't know how many of these are already done. I don't really do this. It's the first and last time I've done it. But there we go. I may have just lost $300 by opening that. We're going to find out really fast. All right, there's a sleeve that comes off, right, guys? All right. So there's a sleeve. Oh, we got a holographic NGC sticker down here. We got to cut that thing open. Thank you for the good luck. All right, let's break it. Okay. Oh, it's kind of springy. Okay, so share what you unboxed. All right. So I'm gonna try to do this right, where we look to see if we see any red, guys. That's what we want. We want red. And I don't see red. That looks pretty black to me. So here we go. Well, I'm not gonna complain about that. That's pretty cool. So let's take a look at it here. We'll have to check and see. I don't know what this thing is. Look at these. Let's see what these are. So you get these little cards in here. I like business cards, whatever. Okay, throw those to the side. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, so we got a 1/10 ounce of gold, Libertad, 2024, and it's graded at a mint state 9.9. In these states that they do for the NGCX is quite a bit different. I think 10 is perfect, so this may have a little bit of a blemish, but it actually might be, yeah, I think 10 goes to perfect on maybe a proof. But this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go look this guy up real quick. So I do things like this. You guys don't have to waste your money on it, and you can kind of have fun with it. So here we go. We're gonna go look this certification number up and see, did I make money or did I lose money? All right. And the funny thing is I was actually thinking the other one might be the one that has gold in it, because it was heavier, but if it's a 1/10 ounce of gold, it's gonna be a little bit less. So we got T-Bird in here, welcome. We've got Sweet Coin, Craig in here as well, the Broke Stacker, Rick's in here. We got, let's see, Scratch and Go Crazy, Joseph Lopez, Broke Stacker, welcome guys. Craig's in here too, KTM. Let's see if Alan Satoshi Greenspan's in here. Michael Stacking. Let's see who else. We got Tiger in here too. And Nasty Nate. Uh-oh. Hope you have a good day though, Nate. Dude Dave. And then we've got Seven Cupertino. And Silver Heist is in here. So hopefully he's checking this out. Joey Brown. Anyway, I wasn't able to really get this one out early enough, guys. Something got screwed up and it put it for tomorrow. All right, so we're going to find this coin and see what we get. Okay, so here you go. I got to verify it. Does that look like the right coin? Yeah, it looks like the right coin. Okay. All right, so let's see. I think they'll actually buy it back from me too. Oh, log in or register to see instant offer. Okay, well, give me a second here. You guys can stare at it for a minute while I try to see if I have an actual login to this thing. Let's see. It looks like I do have a login. I think I bought it from the site. Okay, so let's see. Now they're going to link this to me. So now they're going to know who has this one. Okay. So here you go, guys. This is how it works. So there's an instant offer. If I want to sell this back, they'll give me $300 for it. That's kind of interesting. Now, I forget exactly what I paid for this. So let's open up another screen here. And I want to see if it'll tell us the price. Okay, so nugget pack's going for $250. I'm pretty sure these other ones were more expensive though. So let's just search the web real quick. Okay, what the freak is that? That isn't anything. All right, let's put in vault box. Original price for series 8. Okay. Okay, look at this. So this is why people do this stuff, okay? If you got this coin here, well, maybe it's not that coin, but it might be that coin. There was a $50,000 coin in it, a $30,000, and then 3 at 10,000. Okay, so that's kind of what you're looking at. Like this, that would be pretty darn sick to get, I must admit. So those are the big ones. I don't know what's left yet. The $50,000 one has been redeemed. So once that's gone, the price for buying a sealed one goes down, right? Does that make sense? All right, so let's see. It doesn't tell me the exact price they started at though. Let's do this one more time. Maybe you guys know. Do you guys know? Let me see if I can get this real quick. Let me see if any of you guys have the number in there. I don't know that a 9.9 is a 69, MS69. It goes off a different standard. It might actually be like in between the two. Let's see if we can get a... Okay, I forget. These were either like 350 or 450 to start off with. Okay, so we got back a little less than probably what I paid for it. But you got a cool coin here. You know, can I sell it for more? I don't know. I might put it up on eBay and see what happens. But it is a cool coin. I don't have one of these. And so you get to add it to it, and it's kind of a fun thing to make a video about, right? Okay. So here's the next poll we're going to do. Okay. We're going to try this. Let's see how this works. All right. You guys go answer that poll real quick, okay? So you got that one. All right. So this one came in at this 4.615. Okay. So we didn't get any of the red cores, right? You want this, all this black section to be red. If we get one of those, then you're definitely going to have a lot more money than what you paid for them. But really, there's 20 of them. Okay, so you got to look at the odds, guys. A simple stat. You got to look and see how many coins did they release, and how many of them are going to give you that bigger buck payout. But nonetheless, I mean, they don't give you garbage. You know, I mean, this isn't like $300 to buy this back. I'm assuming I can sell it for more if I sold it retail, right? I'm guessing they want to make some more money off of it. So if this is a 69, I would still think you could get probably 350, 360 for this, selling it. We're going to pull it up on eBay real quick as you guys are doing the poll still. Okay. So give me a second here as I pull this up. 9.9, 2024 gold. Mexico owns a 1/10 ounce. Okay, so this isn't sold yet, but this is someone listing it. So that's the same coin in a 69. Actually, that's an ultra cameo. That's different. Okay, so we got to go back and look because mine is not a cameo. It's not a proof coin. It's closer to this guy here, I think, and that's a 70. So if a 9.9 is a 70, then it could be worth more money. So let's take a look and see what a 9.9 comes out. So let's search the web. Is a 9.9 NGCX the same as an MS 69? All right, we're going to NGC real quick, guys. And there's a video. I don't know if I want to watch that video. How long is it? Okay, it's really loud. Okay, let's see what they have to say for a second here, and then we'll get to the poll. Maybe it's just a promotional. So it's a 10-point scale, 1 to 10. So this would not be a perfect coin if it's coming in at 9.9. I don't know. Let's see. So in the 1940s, it started off as a 1 to 70 scale. No, that doesn't tell us anything. Okay, let's see. Let's go back. Let's look at Coin Week real quick here. Because if it is a 10-point scale, it's actually more like a 100-point scale because you have a dot in there. That's why I don't know that it's actually a 69. A 69 might be a 9. So let's see here. For mint state coins, that would fall from 9 to 10, the range that is equivalent of a proof 60 to a 70. Okay, well, maybe it is. That a 9.1 is a coin that has no trace of wear, but has a weak or average strike and abrasions. A 9.3, which would be an MS63 under Shelton scale, is a coin with a decent strike. Okay, coins that are graded 949 are full struck, whose imperfections are barely perceptible. And those that have a 10 grade have no visual flaws. So it still doesn't totally answer it for us, but I guess we're probably around there. Let's see this here. Yeah, so I don't know. You guys all have to tell me. It depends on how you see it. So it's not perfect, so it's maybe something kind of like that. Oh, I can send it to Tiger. Tiger said he'll take it off my hands. All right, we got 20. Let's get one more vote in for the poll, and then we'll pull it. And we'll see what you guys want to do. Okay. All right, we got 20 in there. Let's do it. Okay. Oh, you guys really do want me to open it, all right? I think, do you guys see the poll? Put a 1 in if you see the poll right now. Do you see the answers to it? Maybe you saw them as you're putting them in. I don't know. I haven't done this before. Okay. So let's put this guy over here. Let's open up the next one. Now, the next one is heavier. So I'm going to guess it is, and they, here's the thing that they did in this year. If I remember right, they put these cards in here to kind of throw the weight off, to make it a little heavier, to make it harder to determine what was in there. So I'm curious to see, because that's a rumor I heard, I'm curious to see if they have 3 cards in this one, or does it have a bunch more cards, or does it have no cards? Kind of curious. All right. We want a red core, guys. Come on, think red. Think red. Yeah, hit that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, we do a lot of cool stuff on the channel. I give you guys a lot of good information. I think I'm only 7 people away from hitting 12,000, which is a good milestone for me. Hitting every 1,000 we hit is a big deal. Getting that first one is insanely hard. I think Tiger Stacker's on here. If you want to put your channel on Tiger, he's trying to get to 2,000. Let's see if we can help him get to that. All right, guys. We got to cut this thing again. Here we go. I need a new knife, by the way, a really sharp one. And I've got a video coming out that's going to show you guys a really cool option. We'll do a poll on it, see if I should get one of those. So there's one listed on eBay for about 400 bucks. Well, here's the other thing, guys. If you don't love the grade you get from things like this, you can crack it open and you can sell this. And I have been selling lynxes and bulls from Spain, 1/10 ounce. Now they are reverse proofs, but I've been selling those for around 380 bucks to about 420. So I don't think I'm going to have a hard time recouping my money on this, holding it just a little bit longer too. I think, gold's going to keep going up. So that's the other thing with these. Okay. Now this one, who knows? Maybe this one is, silver and not worth anywhere near that. Oh, we got another black one. 1886, $1. What do you guys think that is? Okay. What is that? 1886, $1. Put in the comments down below what you think I got next. All right, we got one guess, a Morgan so far. And Morgan's, this could be worth like 50 bucks, and then I'd take a big loss on that. It could also be worth, I don't know, 1,000 bucks, I guess, right? But you guys tell me. All right, so let's look here. We got a 9.6, so it's not quite as good of grade on the other one, but a 9.6 sounds pretty good. Let's see on our other scale. that we were looking at. For something that's from the 1880s. Let's see. So a 9.3 would be like an MS63. So this might be like an MS68. All right. So let's see what we got here. Ooh, it's got a lot of luster to it. Well, that is not gold. All right, let's look at these cards real quick too. Let's see. Now this still had 3 cards in it. So look, you've got advertising in there. Actually, they put 4 cards in here to kind of throw the weight off, to make it heavier. As you can see, the weight was a bit heavier there. So yeah, let's see. Promotions, what do we got here? Yeah, that's funny, okay. Okay, they're just having fun, which is kind of cool. I like it when people do that stuff. You got this fun little case too. All right, let's go see what this beautiful lady is worth. I don't have a Morgan that's in this high of quality, by the way. This still has a massive amount of luster to it, guys. And, you know, the cheek's looking pretty darn good. I see a little bit of scratching in the field over here and over here. But that, to me, looks like full breast feathers. I don't even see any wearing there. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's see what this one's worth. Oh, sorry, just a second. Let me get to the right page. Okay. Hopefully you guys are having fun with this. I don't know that I'm going to be doing this again because I haven't bought any more of these. This is it. And I'm definitely not paying some crazy amount on the secondary market. All right, so we're going to put in 695. All right. Here we go. Find my coin. Let's see. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's worth $5 more than the gold. Look at that. All right, so not too bad. Not too bad. And oh, you know what? This is different. Well, no, it's not different. It's still the same scale. I'm sorry. I thought it for a second had a different one in there. All right, so anyway, here's the information on it. You've got that. And now what we're going to do is go over to eBay because I'm curious. And so here's the other thing I'm going to do here too. If we don't have this one graded at all for the gold, watch this. Okay, let's search for the gold real quick here. If I crack this thing out, this guy from Germany has been selling 50 of these for $400. So, you know, put a 1 in if you would sell this back to Vault Box for $300, or would you crack it open and sell it for $400, or would you hold on to it? So put a 1 in if you would crack it, sell it back. 2 if you would crack it open. 3 if you would hold it. So there's a 70. If it was a 10, it would probably be worth closer to 524. But here's a deep cameo. Let's see if there's one that's not deep cameo. It comes in not a 70. Okay, I don't want to look forever, so let's put in MS 69. Let's see what we get. Well, I don't get any gold. That's interesting. Okay, so no one's got any gold on there. Oh, here we go. Here's one, 475. All right, might be worth putting it up onto eBay. Maybe that's number 4. All right, let's look at this one up real quick too. We're gonna go 1886. silver, oops, Morgan, dollar. And we're going to put in a mint state. I don't know, is it mint state 66? Kind of thinking that's what it might be. Let's give it a try at least. So I think this would be considered a mint state 66 probably. And for this one here, they had it up at 419. They're asking 356 for it. This is someone that got the same thing, by the way, guys, and they have some toning on it. That's interesting. So they're kind of racking that up to be a little bit more expensive with the toning. I'm not a big fan of toning. I would not pay extra money for a toned coin. But there's that one there. So, hey, can't say anything bad about that. Let's see what we got here. This one has the CAC sticker on it, bringing its price up a bit. This one's $315, $325. So anyway, it's the nicest looking Morgan I've seen outside of a coin store that wanted a crazy amount of money for one that I showed you guys. Actually, that wasn't a Morgan, that was a Walker. And I think that Walker was worth like $130,000 or something around there. It was a ton of money. So here you go. This is Vault Box. So most likely what's going to happen with Vault Box if you guys do these, and this is one thing just to be aware of. I'm not saying not to do it. I'm saying just, you know, you need to kind of be aware of things out there. And so I'm not telling you no, but these were either $350 or $450 to buy. I forget exactly. And you're going to get some value out of it, right? They'll instantly take both of these coins and they'll give me $300 for this, $305 for this. I could try to sell them on eBay here. Now there's fees with the eBay too, so you're going to have to deal with that. I could try to sell them at a coin show as well, or an online auction. So, you know, if I could get $400 for each of these, I come pretty close to probably breaking even. Maybe I make a little bit of money, depending on what I paid for these. But I had a chance of getting $50,000, okay? So is it gambling? Yeah, kind of, it is. But you are getting value out of it, okay? You are getting a coin. So it's kind of like gambling. You might have a big win, or you might end up just overpaying for a coin. Now, with the price of gold and silver going up, you'll probably always be able to recoup it in fiat dollars. But, you know, it's one of those things that I think is kind of fun to give a try. You've got to be on there fast because these things sell out. So let's just look at the website again real quick. And it's like goldbacks, right? It's like these. You get goldbacks for a specific reason. You don't go buy those because you think you're going to get cheap gold, okay? And I think some of you guys that have been watching my channel, at least the people commenting, they don't really know what goldbacks are for yet. Okay, so this sold out. This is kind of cool. They did a nugget pack for $250. That might have been fun. I don't have any nuggets. And, you know, there's like a 10-gram one. That'd be cool. 1 gram, 8 gram. So that 10 gram would be worth a lot of money. And let's see. So that one sold out recently. Okay, so this came out June 11th, 2025, 9 a.m., already sold out. Okay, I think a lot of these sell out the day of. So you got to come back to this site if you guys want to play the game here. And you've got to basically remind yourself and get in there pretty fast to pick them up. I don't think there's a limit to how many you can get, but there might be. But if you've never had a nugget, this would have been a pretty cool one to do. Let's see, why Vault Box. It's authenticated by NGC. Transparency, Vaultbox works with NGC to ensure transparency, okay. Guaranteed value in every box. So this is where I would say it's not exactly gambling because you are gonna get some value out of it. So really the question is I would look and see what kind of coins are offered. If you're not gonna buy this stuff, probably not for you. If these are coins you're considering buying and you're okay doing it, and you're hoping you might be able to get a big win, one of these red cores here, it could be worth it. So like they had platinum here. They had gold in there too. So let's see if we can tell the next one coming up. So it looks like you can go buy the coins that come off of this thing too. Yeah, so when people sell them back, you can go buy, like, here's a really cool shipwreck coin. So that's maybe another way to look at these guys too, is instead of a mystery, if you're looking for something, go see if they've got a decent price for it. So that's kind of cool. I don't know, what do you guys think? Have you guys tried Vaultbox before? Let me know if you have any of these. If you've bought them, did you get anything good? What are your thoughts on it? So let's go back. All right, let's go back to this real quick. I'm just curious to see what else they have in here. So it looks like a lot of people didn't want the Spanish silver from the shipwreck. I actually think shipwreck coins are pretty cool. And these ones look like they're in pretty good shape. And look at this red core one, $1,200. So you could have a chance to win, to pull one of these. Now I did the flowing hair and I pulled a privy. So my $105 turned into $6,800. But I wanted one of those coins anyway, and I had to go buy a second one so that I still had it. So yeah, look, it looks like that shipwreck one wasn't as popular. They have a ton of them on here. But it looks like most people probably aren't selling them back because I'm just not seeing a lot of other stuff in here. Let's see. Yeah, colorized ones, that makes sense. Maybe people would sell those back. Okay, let's see. Shop, I think just takes us back to this. I don't know if it tells us what's coming up. Let's look. Buck and rips, what the heck's that? This is interesting. Buck and Rips is a new box designed for mega collectors, streamers, and coin shop owners. The goal is get tons of boxes to rip. Look for even more variety with gold, CAC coins, fatty slabs, rattlers, biscuit holders. Okay, you guys are gonna have to tell me what a biscuit holder is. I don't know what that is. I probably don't want a biscuit. That doesn't sound very good. Well, this isn't garbage. These are still good coins. So, I don't know why it's called a buck and rip. It's definitely more than $1. Okay, so they have these that come out too. They got the nuggets pack, right? And then we've got the series. So I'm gonna pull this down just so you guys can see that. So this is everything you got about Vaultbox. Series 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A remix, a fun box, a remix. Series 8, Fun Box 2, Vault Box Shipwreck, Series 9, Odyssey 2025, and then X. So X, I don't think it's happened yet. Let's see. No, that ain't cheap. Okay, so this one did happen already. So they sold out. I don't know why, $849. That's a steep price. That's definitely, I did not pay anywhere near that. And maybe it'll show us here on Series 8. Yeah, this one doesn't show how much versus the 10. That's weird. It's sold out, but you can buy them for that. No, you can't. All right, so I don't know when the next one is. This is probably something I just need to be checking in my email. So you probably need to go ahead and just do open your account and then be on the email list for it. And with any of this kind of stuff, guys, you want to put your credit card in ahead of time. Let's see if we've got... Yeah, or you can go down here and put your information in down below, guys. Okay. All right, well, that's kind of cool. That's fun. I wanted to give it a try, and I'm not like disappointed. I think these are both pretty cool coins. If it was like a Snoopy coin that was colored, I'd be kind of disappointed. But these ones are kind of cool. I like the Libertads. I don't have any gold, Mexican gold anymore. I had one, but I got rid of it. They also flip it upside down like US coins. So that's pretty cool. I don't have one of those. And this is I think this is the most expensive Morgan I have. So it is a really nice looking Morgan. And, you know, if it just didn't have some of the marks on the field here, I think it would be worth it quite a bit more money. So that's what we got, guys. We got some gold, we got some silver. I think it's a pretty good day. What do you think? All right, I'm gonna see anything you got in here comment-wise real quick, guys. And then I gotta get ready. We're got a big day ahead of me for the rest of the day. All right, so you guys all guessed it was a Morgan. All right, Rick, I'll check out your knife recommendation. Let's see. Some you win, some you lose. Yes, this is true with anything in life, guys. It can happen when you go onto online auctions too. You're gonna end up overpaying. I've seen someone on Stormy's channel, so Empire Precious Metal, pull a Morgan, and I think they didn't pull it. They paid, you know, maybe like 40 or 50 bucks for it. They had it graded, and it came back with this special designation and was worth like $400. So sometimes you can get lucky on auctions too. I also bought a Liberty Head $20 double eagle from him, I think for like $1,900 when they were going for about 21, and no one else did anything in the auction. So Rick, I'm not sure what that means. NGCX is not to be used with any coin older than 1982. I think you mean they're not going to be putting coins older than that, but that one there is 2024. All right, let's see what else you guys have in here. Yeah, I'm only looking at the ones that are listed, not the ones that have sold. I'll definitely, you know, check on them too. I'm not in a big hurry to sell anything at the moment. I think prices are going up. So, you know, for me to sell this, it only makes sense because I pay 5% in commissions, and then usually you got to get free shipping. So to make these worth it selling on eBay, you know, I'd have to sell them for 400 bucks each or around that. And I need to be able to come back and still buy another 10th ounce of gold for a lot less. So if I can, you know, if I can sell it for 400 and basically pull in 370 bucks, and I can go buy a different 10th ounce for 320, then it might be worth doing it. You make some money. It's kind of the same thing with that too, but that's a pretty cool coin. So a lot of times it's not always worth it unless it's something that goes in there. 50-50 of having those coins graded is if you sell to recoup your funds, the price could go up in the future for sure. I think it's probably a better idea to hold them. Yeah, so this is Vault Box, guys. It's kind of fun. Azure Blue was talking to me about it, and I thought I'd give it a try. But it's something I don't do a whole lot of, and so you can see that I missed like the last 3 or 4 of them that happened. But it's kind of fun. I mean, like, we didn't know what we were going to get in here, right? We could have had one of these. Now, what I will tell you, if I ever do this again, which I'm not sure I will, but if I do, I will probably buy 2 or 3 of them, and I will put one up instantly on eBay to try to see if I can sell it for quite a bit of money, to try to pay for, holding 1 or 2 of these coins, right? And then the other thing I would look for, that's if the numbers work. The other thing I would look for is opening the other 2 live, and I would probably do it pretty soon. And I might even offer it up as an auction to someone, and then we open it live and send it out to them, which would be kind of fun too. But once a bunch of these are already taken, it's not as exciting. But there you go. Let's see. Yeah, assumptions are really bad. Try not to make any assumptions. The 230 preview was pretty cool, for sure. Yep, everybody has hit the thumbs up, so I thank you guys for that. All right, let's see. I have a green thumb, and so does my wife. But we've never really processed rabbits, so that's something I've never done. Yeah, I know. Stormy was pretty ticked. So there was a Morgan that sold for $300 below its real value, and then I think with my gold coin, it was like $300 below value. But that's how things go sometimes, guys. So I'm going to have some surprises for you next week. So stay tuned to the channel. I'm going to be doing probably a live stream every day. I might even get a video out every day next week. And I'm not going to ruin the surprise. Some people know what I'm going to go do, others don't. But it'll be fun. We'll probably do a handful of these kind of streams, which are interesting. I don't think it was as beneficial as doing it widescreen, but I'll probably do one of these every day for fun to give it a try. We'll do at least one on Friday next week that's widescreen. And then I'm working on a whole bunch of really cool videos. Let me see if I can even pull it up to kind of show it to you guys real quick. But I'll give you guys just a quick little glimpse of it. So this is Final Cut Pro as a video editing software. And we had 2 DSLR cameras filming, so you can see camera A here, camera B here. And this is with Sil, who is the co-founder of PCGS right here. Lives not too far from me. And I'll give you guys just a quick little hint of what we're going to be doing on this video, but it's going to be coming out pretty soon.
So I actually have some very interesting group of coins here. So we at Tangible Investments highly favor the real great classic Americana coins. Okay. And so what I have is examples of our first $5 gold pieces, which was started in 1795. And I have 3 examples here. I have an AU example. So I have an actual 1795, America's first $5 gold piece. And it is an AU 58. So it has some wear on the high points and in the fields. Okay. Then we have an example of an MS 60. So it's in mint condition. This is an 1802, but it's the same type. I'm sorry, it's a similar type. The obverses are exactly the same. Okay. The reverses are slightly different. So this is a mint state 60. So if you look close up, you'll see, nice even luster, no wear on it. Okay. Then again, the same type, the 1802/1. This is the same year as the other, and this is a near gem. It's an MS 64 plus, and you will see the roaring luster and beauty of the coin, even some original color around the edges. So,
all right, so that's just kind of a preview of what's coming from that. But that's gonna be a fun video. He created the first mint grading set over at PCGS, and it's amazing. They had to do it for every coin. And so they used to have all these coins sitting at PCGS for every coin. So we're talking Morgans, right? They had to have every grade of a coin for Morgans for the graders to be able to reference it. This coin would have every grade. So you can imagine they had a ton of coins laying around as they put those grades together. And a lot of those grading sets probably ended up getting purchased. So anyway, we're going to be doing that. I've also got a cool video that's going to be coming out soon with John Eric from Las Vegas. He makes the metal cases for your coins and for cash. So a couple of those fun things will be coming out, and stay tuned for that. And let everybody know about the channel. Hopefully we can keep it growing. And until next time, peace out, and do look for some fun videos starting on Sunday. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.